Hi, I'm Dallas McMahon with the Kiteboarder magazine. We're here in Corpus Christi, Texas with Damien Leroy and Melissa Gill. We are kind of touching base after U.S. Nationals. Kind of give us the heads up on the scene and the races today.
Well, today was an awesome day. First of all, it's cool to be here. It's always nice to get on with you guys. And today was insane. It was a big event because last year at U.S. Nationals, it was kind of the biggest push of course racing, I think, to be held in the sport. And this year, there hasn't been many races going on, so we have all these people from different countries coming here to see what's happening, what gear somebody's on, or who's running what, or you know what's happening. So we showed up. We drove in from South Padre, and you had boards everywhere, fins, crazy fins, angles. Lots of fins, 3 fins. It was just nuts. Boards huge. So it's just a whole bunch of stuff and all the best racers from everywhere. So it was pretty neat to see what was going on. But super windy conditions, and I don't know, what did you think about it, Melissa?
I think the level right now is amazing. Like, we don't have that many competitors. We're like 21, I think, right? And but the best guys are here, the best girls are here, and we're like neck to neck the whole time. Like, the best guys are going in through the finish, like one after the other, and the girls, same thing. We're like on each other's necks the whole time, so it's pretty exciting and fun.
Yeah, it's neat. You got all these Europeans coming down to show their new gear, to see where they compete, because we're all kind of battling for the World Championships in San Francisco later in August. So this is kind of a get together, see what's going on. And today was super nuking. Everybody went out. Melissa had some good runs. She won a few of the races. I won one, and it's fluctuating though. Most time you go to an event, it was kind of like you knew who the top 3 were. Now it's like people are just cycling around. Sean Farley, he's riding wicked fast right now. Sky Solbach, everybody. I mean, Chip Watson. I mean, people are just coming out of nowhere. So now it's like a battle. So you screw up a little, you're gonna lose a lot of places. So it's a big deal. So
right on. Neat. Well, as a defending the title and seeing all the new gear, would you say that there's any differences in any of the specs of what people are riding, or if it's more in how you ride?
Truthfully, I got a little scared. You know, I was thinking all this new stuff was happening, and it did, but I still think it's coming down to the rider. I think gear helps. I think some of the gear can make it easier for the rider. So like, just because you're an amazing rider, you could almost ride some pretty bad stuff. You're gonna really, we did 5 races today, which I don't think I've ever done in my life, and I was so tired.
Still standing.
This interview, we were gonna do some riding, but I was like, forget it. But it's I think gear is definitely starting to play a factor. It always has, but now everybody's got good stuff, so we're all kind of about the same. So now it's just the riders are coming out. Yeah,
more of 2 parts to the equation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle for the rest of the 4 days. So.
Right on. Well, let's kind of touch base on what you've been doing. You've got your new role with Cabrina, and how's that going?
It's amazing. I've been just blessed. I mean, I started this career, I guess, as a professional, doing the competing and traveling around, and I loved it. I started with the PKRA, and then I kind of based myself more to the U.S. and I took on a job with Cabrina as a sales rep, and I cover Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And so I travel around, and I get to kind of preach what's new about our equipment and how I think it works well for up and comers and whatever we need to preach, so that we have a safe sport. And it's neat because I can do the competition side and do it as best as I can. Obviously, it's not my full main focus, so for me to be talking right now, so tired today, that would be the training not there. But the sales territory is amazing. It's neat because I get to I remember when I got into the sport, and it really helps to have somebody that kind of can push you the right gear to get you on the stuff. And Cabrina is just awesome. They have some great gear to offer, and I think it's been great. They've been treating me amazing, and it's great. I get to travel, compete. It's getting tiring because I've been traveling a lot, but I don't know. I love it. It's awesome.
Right on. Well, speaking of traveling, y'all just got back from France, USA, representing Caprina.
Yeah, we got a world championship with us.
Let's hear something about that. How was that?
We set up this American team to go over for the speed championships, and It was in France, and most of the people are European. Most of them are French. There's some people from Africa and other parts of the world, but really there was only one guy from the U.S. that was competing, and he was into breaking the records last year and breaking that 50 knot mark. So we went together as a team. We had a coach and we worked together and everything. So it was pretty cool because usually I compete and like you just go by yourself. You're not really like on a team and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes that helps. And I had never done speed before, and it was actually pretty fun. And I did well. I won, and yeah, thanks to all the team.
Yeah, awesome! Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, it was full on nuts because we had this team called NASP, North American Speed Sailing Project. Rob Douglas is he holds the record for he held the record for the fastest wind powered anything on 500 meters was a kiteboarder. So he started that, and then as that went on, he's been my Black Dog clothing sponsor, and so I got into it. He always said, let's go fast, and I was like, you're lame, I want to do some freestyle, you know?
yeah.
Kind of went like that, and then I was like, all right, I got to give this a shot. So we grabbed Melissa to go compete with the girls, and his brother Jamie, and our coach Mike Gebhardt, and it was incredible. The U.S. showed up, and I think we made a big impact on the French because they're all racing, so that's pretty neat.
Right on.
Yeah.
And so now your new role with Cabrina, and then also the racing. You're saying you're kind of up there and kind of pushing. Well, do I go for it or do I hang back? So it's kind of a do or die. What's your thoughts on that?
I think this year for sure I'm going to take a stab, and I'm probably going to go for the world tour. I'm going to pick one of the stops, whether it's a PKRA or KPWT. As far as hopefully they can organize it and figure out what's going on. There's a lot of politics there, so for us riders to speak out truthfully, I want to go to a tour that I compete against the best guys and become a world champion because I beat all the best.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to a tour just because there's nobody there and then I become some name world champion, but it's not really legit. So we're trying to hopefully it all gets together. So this year I'm gonna go for the tour, whatever one is legit. And then the World Championships in August, we're all going to be there to try to win a World Championship. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
In course racing.
In course racing, yeah.
Right on. Well, I know y'all are worn out from racing all day. Kind of give us a recap if you can, if you can still survive doing the flashback of the day.
Well, today was the first day, and they made us do 5 races, so we're pretty wiped out. And like I said before, I think everybody was really neck to neck, like one after the other, and the girls, like we were all coming in one after the other, and I won 3 out of the 5 races, so as of now I'm first place, and I think Sandy is in second and then Christine third, but we're all so close. Like the only reason one wins over the other is because we crash on the downwind and lose it, and then the other one passes through and wins it, but that's how close we are. So
right on,
it's not said like, oh, this is easy or anything. No, we're like really, really close. So we'll see what happens the next couple days. 3 more days of racing, I think.
Right on. Damien?
Yeah, well, the guys, I think it's looking like Sean Farley. Sean Farley's the guy to beat right now. I think he's running super fast, super consistent. He came here 10 days before and was training, and he's just looking really good. He wrapped up a few races. I beat him on 1 race today, so I don't know. It's going to be a battle. Sky Solbach's running incredibly fast. He's always fast. He's an amazing rider. Jesse Richmond from Hawaii is just nuking fast, little guy. Chip Watson, we got Mike Gebhardt. We got tons of guys that are just in the top. I mean, it's going to be one heck of a battle. We got Abel Lago from Spain who's here, and he's just in the mix trying to test some new stuff. And there's a European side of things, so it's pretty neat. It's going to be a big, battle. It's definitely not easy. I can tell you that much.
Right on, right on.
Do you feel like the guys are the same as the girls? Like it's like one screw up and that's just.
I mean, literally, you can't make mistakes. I think Farley is just riding super clean, not making any mistakes, which is that's gonna win it. I don't think it's gear. I don't think it's rider. I think it's just riding as good as you can and not making a mistake, and you'll win.
Right on.
No crashing.
Yeah, definitely. What would y'all have to say about kind of the spectator scene? I know there's a lot of hype on everyone who's riding, who's trying to scope out the new gear and what's kind of coming up. What's the scene kind of been like on the beach with everyone coming to check out the event and kind of the gear?
I think it's awesome. It's neat because we come in and we got these new spectators sort of, and racing's kind of a interesting thing to watch because you got like a group of kites and then they just take off and they just disappear and then they come rallying down, and all these spectators are kind of coming out of the woodwork here in Texas, and they're kind of like, you know, hanging out like, oh, how many more races you guys got going? Or, you know, are you guys done? Why are you done? You know, and it's kind of neat because they kind of want to see it, you know, because it's exciting. And we brought Craig Hall, who's kind of our, like, a friend of mine from kind of, we go back in kiteboarding, and he's like just been super helpful to all the kiteboarders, and he's just like, truthfully, he is like a motivator that keeps a lot of kiteboarders going, and he's down there. So I mean, he's watching and videoing and all sorts of stuff. We're gonna get him down here.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I mean, a guy that's just, he's been around a while. He came with us to nationals last year, and he's just made it a team atmosphere, which is neat because it's not like just a Cabrina team. It's like he'll drag in everybody from anywhere because he just wants to make it more of like everybody get together and compete and have a good time versus, you know, like she said, sometimes you travel to Europe and stuff and you're on your own, and it's not as like exciting because you're kind of like, all right, I gotta be here and do this and that. But it's nice when you're with a whole bunch of friends and you're just having fun, you know. So
The support is always good.
yeah,
Definitely.
and we got Craig right here. We're gonna drag him in here.
Yeah, come on in here. Yeah, we need the outsider's point of view on
The race.
the whole scene and everything.
Where
you want me?
You can
Right
sit
here.
right here.
Sit right in there, buddy.
Sit next to the girl.
I'll call back. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just trying to get an outsider's perspective on kind of just following this crew around on the tour and the race scene, and kind of your experience on seeing it kind of blossom and become something more in kiteboarding.
Well, I mean, you can't ask for two greater guys than these people right here. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they're dedicated to the sport. They work hard. They do a lot for the sport, in my opinion. I think racing itself is where the sport's going to evolve to. It's something anybody can compete in. An old guy like me, young guys like this, anybody can grab a kite and a board, train, and compete against most anybody they want to. So, difference from freestyle, you can't. You know, it's so subjective where racing's not. You got a finite set of rules, you got a starting point, you got a finish line, and everybody understands that. You know, it's finite. So I think that's one of the things that will really help propel the sport, where you don't really see that on the freestyle end of it.
Yeah.
And in turn, there's more camaraderie when it comes to racing. Everybody shares ideas a little bit more. They're willing to work on equipment a little bit better. Techniques, you go out and train more evenly with a guy when you can, because it benefits everybody involved.
It's neat because Craig's here and he's like pitching ideas on boards and things, and you know, he rides also, so it's like neat because, you know, he's seen it from, you know, maybe not a racing point, but it's a point of like what he sees. So he visually sees, maybe, you know, your fins are biting too much or they're cavitating, and so, you know, he's telling everybody and looking at stuff and seeing new things, and it's pretty neat because it's like, who knows where it's gonna go. So
Right on. Well, kind of stoked to see where it all goes. I mean, it's definitely headed in a great direction, and there's a lot of progress coming down. So.
Oh, no doubt. We've seen a lot of different boards this weekend.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
unreal from last year.
Right on. Well.
it's gonna be neat because I'm gonna make Craig run tomorrow for me because I'm so tired.
We'll be there.
It'll definitely be your throwaway races.
Well, right on. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll go ahead and close it up and let y'all get some much-needed rest and relaxation.
Appreciate
And
what you guys do.
definitely. And
Thank you very much, man. It's
yeah.
awesome.
It's cool.
Thanks
You
for
guys are
everything
good.
with the sport. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure meeting you.
Go down the line. All right, Dallas McMahon here with Damien Leroy and Melissa Gill and the Cabina crew, and we're gonna close it up here and call it a day.